This episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons like Chris, Tyronius, Dalamid Papodo, Smooth Sailing, Scry de la Rosa, Jamie Assur, Elam, Meili Algidam, Cicerifu Lirifu, Ariel, Courtney, Daimos, Casey Schaefer, and Omega Cat Comet. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/speakersxiv.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Good evening, Aorcians. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 105. I'm Lakeel Bravestone, and I'm joined today by Rollo Des and Malavador. We're yassless today, but we'll manage. Today, we are going to talk about patch 4.36. Eureka Pagos and Rathalos, and we'll give our honest review of that and our thoughts around it. Moonfire Fair is coming up. We'll talk about the new gear, emotes, and items. The gear design contest shortlist has been released. Someone is in need of assistance somewhere in the world.
Sorry. Someone... I live next to a highway now, not a jet. So.
Sweet. And messages from the developers has been updated with messages from 6 members of the team. We'll read 3 of them today and discuss.
And the others
those. The others are just
supposed to be those guys.
We can't just sit there and read the whole thing. There's a lot of stuff. In the post-show, we don't really have anything to talk about, but I thought we could discuss the fact that Final Fantasy XV, A New Empire, has most likely earned more than every Square Enix MMO combined. So we'll discuss what we think about that in the post-show, plus some general discussion stuff as usual. And in channel updates, Remnants of a Realm will be out this following week, and Secrets of a Realm then in 2 weeks. And next month, I'll finally push the first pilot episode of Chronicles of a Realm for patrons. It's a pilot,
oh my god,
which means it is only for patrons, because I need a guarantee group to just look at the draft.
And validation.
Yes,
that's a big one.
Yes, and Fallen Rise will then also continue next month. So look forward to that. Right, so in quick news, Tales from the Storm has been updated, and it gives us a glimpse into Yotsuyu's backstory. I haven't read it all. I've read, because that's a lot of stuff to read. I haven't had time to read it. But if you want to learn more about Yotsuyu and her and how she became the woman she is today, make sure to give that a read. The next one will be released on the 17th, and the next one after that will be the 24th, and the last one will be on the 31st of August. Oh yeah, I forgot. Happy Satagust. Happy Satagust. We're making this happen now.
Mm-hmm. Only for August, apparently.
Yeah. And in less exciting news, the companion app website has been updated. Still no release date for it, but the paid plan, the subscription won't be available at launch now, all of a sudden.
Oh no, so how am I going to give them more money?
I don't know.
All my coupon nuts!
Buy a few things from the Mog Station for a bit.
I don't know, it's weird, but maybe it's because of the feedback. They're like, maybe not launch with it, and instead make people crave the sub.
Oh yeah,
I think that is what they're trying to do here. There won't be a sub this time, so you only get the basic stuff, and people are on the basic stuff, so they're like, ugh.
Maybe they took it to heart. They took the reaction to heart, and they're like, maybe
they didn't, Rollo, because it's still coming.
I love your optimism.
Yeah.
Hey, I try. I want to try. And
yeah.
Who knows?
Not gonna happen. But we'll still get Kupo nuts, I assume. That's still a thing. So that will be from launch. Right. Let's get on to our main stuff. Patch 4.36 didn't really bring anything other than Eureka Pagos and Rathalos, which isn't it's big content. I think there were just some bug fixes, some changes to the raids, like the tokens and the lockouts and whatnot.
They fixed the bug in Eureka, or not Eureka, in
Heaven on High.
Yeah. You can't turn big in G-pose anymore. So sad.
Times for everyone.
Yeah.
It was a feature, not a bug.
Yeah. Let's jump into a Rathalos, or the Great Hunt, which is a highly anticipated crossover.
Yeah.
I won't go into whether or not it what's the word I'm looking for, whether it met expectations or not, but let's just work down the list. What do you guys think about how the story was presented? Because there's a couple of things in the story that I liked. There's like a point where you get the clan mark log thing that's just drawn by someone. It's like very clearly just a drawing. But the people, this is the question. I can't recognize the people. Are the people in that quest related to hunts? Have we met them before?
We must have done.
I've never. I don't think so.
No, I'm not very deep into hunts, but maybe they're just like one of those clan.
No NPC related to hunts looks like that.
No.
The armor he's using, isn't that from PvP, or your rival or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know. It's they claim to recognize us, so I'm not sure. Sure, probably someone we've met down the line, I'm sure. So what's the last crossover we had? I just want to use that as a base for this. Well,
cool. They brought back
Yokai last. What was the last not brought back crossover? It's been a while, hasn't it?
We had Garo, was it?
Garo, yeah,
Garo.
Because we've had Dragon Quest, we've had Garo.
Yes.
Dragon Quest was one that was brought back too. So
it was Final Fantasy 13, Dragon Quest, and then Garo, and that's pretty much it. Actually, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember the others.
We haven't had that many crossovers. So let's use Garo then as the best, because Garo was weird. I can't not remember the story at all. Was there a story? I feel like there was a minuscule amount of story. But that's like that's actually perfect to compare, because it's another one of those permanent crossovers. Like, that's not going anywhere as far as we know, anyways. Yeah, Garo had no story. Priest is here, take items. That's basically Garo. So this one had
the 11 crossover. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, the 11 one, of course. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So story wise, it's nice. You're being sort of invited by the Palico, a Palico, and these two like hunt dudes are. This is kind of spoilers, I guess. Maybe we shouldn't go too far into the story if you haven't done it yet.
It's nothing too big.
It was just a cute little side story, basically.
Yeah.
I think we're fine to talk about it.
Yeah. But then there's not much else to add to it. Like, there's a Palico. He says, "Kill Rathalos. He's bad." And then you do that. And the first fight normal is 8-man. Now, here's the first sort of surprise. Because everyone sort of assumed that you can go in with whatever composition you wanted, because they said so.
Yeah.
But then that's not the case. First of all, you have to be 8. And you have to be the regular composition. Like, you have to be 2 healers, 2 tanks, 4 DPS for the normal fight, and 1 tank, 1 healer, and 2 DPS for the extreme mode. What do you think that happened? Do you think that was just a last minute thing? They were like, they can't do this with.
I think it was just like a or they might have just misspoke type thing.
It's weird because they put so much emphasis on it during the live letter. I thought that was weird.
I don't think role restriction fits in if you do it as a full man, though, does it? Because there are groups who do it for warrior, for dragoon.
Yeah.
So I think if you have the full party, you can go in as any comp.
Full party, but can you go as?
But if you're queuing.
But if you're queuing for the party finder, you cannot. Also, you cannot go undersized. You cannot go like.
No, that was the biggest thing because they were making it out like you could solo it, and Yaz was going to solo it day one.
Yeah.
And then you can't.
That's not possible.
Physically impossible.
Yeah,
I mean,
that would have been impossible now that we've seen the fight.
Yeah, it is impossible.
Yeah. But yeah, that's weird. I guess maybe lost in translation. Maybe that was never the intention. I did notice that in the duty finder, it does say, like, in pretty much every single fight, it says up to four players. No, sorry, up to 8 players. But it's not true. It's not true until they like unlock them for undersized. So the fight and the mechanics are random.
Very good.
They're random, and
yeah, sort of.
I mean, the
picks from like 5 or 6 different abilities.
Yes.
Yeah.
On a random target.
Just like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
This is very good. It's really cool.
Yeah. What the fact that it's random is refreshing because there aren't a lot of. I mean, the abilities are the same, but they are executed at random. So
right. Like doing savage content is very difficult, but once you've got the dance down, you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes they do slightly random stuff, but it's generally not that random.
Right. And the Rathalos also doesn't really have a lot of. Well, he doesn't actually have any telegraphs on the ground other than the fire thing that he throws at random people.
He does motion.
He has visual tells, but he doesn't have like markers on the ground.
There's no AoE markers, which I love, by the way. That's actually it makes it really fun.
Yeah. It makes for a nice challenge. It's not by any means extremely hard content. It's probably I mean it's fairly easy if you're paying attention. Yes.
Wait, are we talking about the normal mode or the
Well, I'm talking about extreme now, but let's talk about just normal first, because that's the one everyone probably gets into.
Anyone can beat normal.
Yeah, there's 8 people. You can die as many times as you like.
Isn't it like a max of 10 times? Or something?
Oh, is it 10? Is it? I didn't think there was a limit for normal.
I feel like I remember reading there was a max amount of KOs.
It was so easy that we didn't get to that many.
Yeah,
KOs.
I've only done it once ever, so I don't know. But the fight itself in normal is I mean, it's still challenging because it's still random. There's still no markers on the ground. You have to pay attention.
Even if you're ranged, you can't be a ranged baby that just does your AoE. You gotta look at him because he's gonna come for you.
Yeah. There's so let's start. The normal is kind of boring. Let's talk about the extreme one because that's the most interesting of the fights. It brings the mechanic of a brand new mechanic to 14. The 3 deaths and you're out, and that's like 3 deaths like party wide. So you don't want to fuck up in there. Also, as a healer, it's an incredibly challenge. I feel like there's an extra layer of challenge there because as a healer, you're used to watching people's HP, and in the second part, you lose the ability to heal. I've done this so many times that I've done it so many times, and yet still, when people drop below like 75% health, I just automatically start healing. And I throw like if you throw regen at them, it only like it misses. There's a miss every time. I'm like, what? And that's terrible. Also, you have to Asuna. That's like your new skill that you have to use like throughout the second part to Asuna off that fucking poison if they get slammed, and the fire dot. So it adds, if you're a healer, there's a challenge there as well. Even though, someone might say like, oh white mage, where are you going to bring the DPS to the DPS phase? But Asuna, dude, it's vital.
It's unfortunate though, because White Mage is kind of gimped out of all the healers, because the other two can use shields in the second phase where you can't heal.
We can use Divine Benison.
But
and it has it's got a really quick cooldown now. Like, isn't it like 20 seconds or 15? I can't remember. Now. It's very short. It's very short now.
Yeah. The shields are pretty good in that second phase.
Yeah, they are.
So I mean, structurally, normal and extreme are roughly the same. I assume everyone's done it, but the first half of the fight you can heal. It then has an interim phase where you have a DPS check, and then the last half healing is gone. You have to use the potions.
Yeah.
And extreme mode only really differs in that it adds that triple fire thing where it drops the puddles, which is the only hard mechanic, and it's very easy to deal with, unless I guess you get targeted like 10 times in a row.
Yeah. There is a little bit of confusion every time I do this on the Duty Finder, because some want to do it with all people, with all of them.
Yeah.
Which I think is a waste. I prefer the two people and single tank thing. If the tank gets it, he takes it alone. I'll just pop a shield and Asuna off everything. I found that to be the most, because every time I've done it with 4 people, there's so much stress, especially when the healer is in the mix, because I have to stand still to cast Asuna, and sometimes after the last fireball, he will just charge, and if all 4 are in the same spot and they don't react immediately at the same time, the whole party wipes. So that's the scary thing about having all 4. That's just a PSA to everyone. 2+1, that's the best way to do it. If you're only DPS, 2 DPS together, and then if the tank gets it, the tank takes it alone. I think that's the best one. Loot. The music is from Monster Hunter World. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good Monster Hunter World music. Yeah.
Monster Hunter fanfare, like.
Yeah.
This is nice.
But loot works a bit different as well in this. There's scales that drop. You have to pick the scales off him when he's dead. Also, he stays dead, which is cool for like screenshots. If you want to take screenshots after killing him, you can do that because the body remains.
Beautiful.
I thought there would be more people who were complaining that they forgot to pick it up or something, but it seems
can
like
you actually leave and not pick it up?
I don't know. I would assume you can, right?
Yeah, but like, does it say like, oh, hey, you can't leave until you interact with this or something? Or you just go.
That's true.
There's so when you do extreme, you get 4 normal scales and 1 plus scale. There's been some complaints about the amount of plus scales you need for the gear. Do you guys agree with that?
How much
is it's like 1 plus scale per each gear piece, isn't it?
There's 4 for the chest piece. I don't understand why that is such a big. I think what people are complaining about is the mount.
The mount,
especially.
That's less than
that's. Isn't it like 50? Do you need 50 plus scales for the mount?
Plus scales, yeah. But it has a chance to drop, so it's identical to the primals, but you need half.
Yeah. So what I think a lot of the complaints about that, and we're gonna get deeper. We can actually go right into that now, actually. So overall, how do you feel about the fight? Like, do you want more of this in 14? Like more randomized fights where like different, like, because so far we've had the same sort of battle system. Like we've had the same sort of battles, just with a different skin, if you know what I mean. I'm saying that they're bad, but it's like, you know what you're going into with a primal in 14. This one changed the recipe. Is this a recipe they should keep, or should it stay or should this be the only one they ever do this with?
I think the best outcome would be we keep getting more Monster Hunter monsters to do X fights with. It'd be nice if it was like an ongoing thing, like, hey, here's I can't think of other Monster Hunter monster. I'm blanking. There's a lot of them, and a lot of them could easily get into 14 too with similar things. I would like if they kept that, but they also maybe kind of learned a bit and from this and said, hey, maybe we can do some more stuff like this in regular fights too.
Yeah.
I think that would be the ideal for me, because it's really fun. I really love it. I don't think every fight has to be like this or anything like that, but it'd be cool if they could incorporate some ideas here and there from it.
Mila, do you have anything how do you feel about it? Do you want more of this?
I agree. I would be happy for more like this. I like the sort of more I'm not really sure how to describe it, but the fact that it doesn't just go for the tank, the no threat meter.
Yeah.
It would be nice if the AI played up and started like just going for healers and stuff. You know, the weakest members first or things like that.
How dare you?
They do that already, I think, right?
Some do, yeah.
Yeah, some do. Yeah. Recently,
I think
I meant Rathalos does that. He targets the healer specifically.
So
he doesn't like the
there's a point in what's the enrage and was it? Oh, it was an ultimate, wasn't it? Where it would start to like, if it enraged, it would kill the ones at the bottom of the aggro tiles.
Yeah, that was quite funny.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know if they will.
That's the big question, because I also like this. I understand that we still need the fights that we currently have, like the setup we have with our current trials as well. But the community response has been polarized. It's there's two distinct sides. There's the ones that love it and the ones that hate it. There were at one point two posts right above it, like next to each other on the forum, which was I want more of more fights like Rathalos Extreme, please, and right below us, I want no more fights like Rathalos Extreme, please. So it's absurd.
I don't get it though. I don't know why you can't like the fight. Is it because it's different? Is it because it's like requires you to actually look at the enemy rather than just at your feet? I mean,
I would like to think that the reception was mostly positive for this, but there's kind of vocal minority that doesn't like it. I don't know. It's just really good. It's fun, plus 4-man extremes.
Exactly.
Just keep doing those.
We all want.
Yeah.
If there's one place you're going to find the vocal minority, that's on the forums.
That is true. That is true. It's because this is a fight. You can't really relax in this fight, even if you know all the mechanics. You don't know when they're going to happen, so you always have to stay on your toes. You have to pay attention. This is not something you can do while you're watching Netflix. Yeah. Like you're actually going to have to pay a little bit of attention
like
here.
On day one when we were doing it and you were like, oh, just look at chat.
Every time I looked at chat, I died. So it was impossible. So, yeah,
you know
I
what
don't know.
This made me really want and more in 14? More movement-based skills.
Right.
Because like plunge on Dark Knight, it did work so well in that fight. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Same thing with Shikuchi on Ninja. Elusive jump is also like it because your positioning matters a lot more in this.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you have to be a bit more reactive with it because you can't you don't just have to know where to go and that's it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Oh, I need to get away now, or I want to get back in now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, that's important to note that the when he does when he runs towards you in the fight, the detection is really good there. Like you can be just barely next to him and you won't be hit, which is weird for a Final Fantasy XIV fight. So that's good. That's a nice improvement. That's kind of like the dude in Rabanastre, where he does the figure 8 attack.
Oh, yeah. That's really precise.
Yeah. So I like that. Makes the fight feel more snappy, more, it's not as
feels like
you
just dodged a really dangerous attack.
Yeah,
you feel good, don't you? You feel good.
You actually dodged it. So yeah, I like Rathalos. But that's the thing. I don't know if this is going to be, because usually when something, Eureka's. Usually when something's this split, they sort of tend to be a little more cautious about adding. They're terrified of doing stuff like this.
Which it shouldn't be.
No. I think that's why they did it like under under like the Monster Hunter World name, so they sort of had an excuse for it being different. That's why we wouldn't get anything like this like in 14.
They have monsters like that in the game.
Yeah.
Like the Shadow Dragon or whatever in Weeping City that just walks up to people to try and punch them.
Yeah.
You have to be paying attention then.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, but looking at the response on the official forums, which they read, unfortunately. I mean, if you like Rathalos Extreme, you should go to the official forums and at least acknowledge that you like it. This is your... It's important. This is feedback that's important, because we don't have enough 4-man or hard 4-man content.
Yeah.
Right.
Tell them to put Devil Joe in there.
Yeah.
I want Devil Joe.
Okay.
14.
Okay. Devil Joe? Who's that?
That's
Devil Joe. He's an evil Joe.
Oh, he's an evil Joe. I get it.
Evil Joe.
Okay, now... Ooh, the patch also had another bit of content.
Wait, hold on, wait.
I'm gonna have a sip.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Say the content's name again.
Eureka Pagos. Yeah. So
Good old Pagos.
Okay. So we have to tread carefully here. There's speaking of polarizing content, this is probably the worst one of the bunch, like when it comes to splitting the community. Animos did the same thing. And then Pagos came along. Something we didn't really know anything about. Like before it was released, we knew next to nothing about it, other than it being snowy. And it kind of turned out to be for a reason, because there isn't really much changed. The world design, the first time we left, Mel and I played it on launch day. The first time we left that gate looks amazing. Like the view is perfectly designed. Like it opens out for you and you kind of see the whole, well, not the whole place, but like at least half the map is visible to you.
Yeah, it was super cool. Like the volcano in the background.
Yeah.
Crystal thing floating around.
Yeah, and you could see the castle in the distance.
You know, because when they showed it off, I thought this looks like Shatter, and it doesn't look that great.
Right.
But it actually, it's good. It looks nice.
Yes.
I think it might just be like an aerial thing, like from the
possibly.
From like the top, it kind of looks a bit
boring.
Yeah.
I think on the ground, it does look like visually really nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they sort of nailed the aesthetic of Pagos. But the moment you exit the gate, the same music you get from Animos starts to play. And that should be the first indication that you might be in for a similar experience as Animos. But it's not. So I didn't even know how to break this down, but I'll try. So you get into Pagos and there's monsters everywhere, and for some reason in this world everything seems to be, I mean, in Animos we had clusters of mobs, but it feels even more clustered in Pagos. Like there are big gaps where there's nothing, and then there's like a circle with mobs. I feel like in Animos it might just be because it's been a while since I've been to Animos, but it felt a little bit more natural in Animos. I don't know if that's just me, but it does feel like...
I think it's partly due to... there seems to be this mentality in Pagos where you just pull huge groups and AoE them down, which didn't really exist in Animos.
No.
You sort of had individuals killing the monsters quickly to spawn the fates, and then the lower levels just sort of one at a time.
Yeah.
But this one, it's very, very brave pulls.
Yeah. Pagos is more open, that's true. That is probably why it's more visible now. There are like tundras almost in the beginning portion of Pagos. But perhaps the most confusing thing as a new player on launch day was this fucking fate that spawned right next to the gate. And you approach it, and it says elemental conflict entered, or whatever it says. Can't remember. It's something like that. And it's a fate for this the only like real new feature that's added to Pagos, and that's the bunnies. Yeah. The bunnies from Final Fantasy XII, which will follow you and let you know if there's treasure nearby. You have to do this fate though. The fate gives no EXP. It has mobs with highly inflated HP, probably because they thought everyone would swarm to this fate and do it always. So this fate is always up. This fate never, like, as soon as it's down, like, I think it's like 5 minutes or whatever, it's back up.
How long did it take us? It was like, felt like 20 minutes before we just gave up.
There's like a mob phase where you have to kill those ice corpicers, and then after that, that's when the boss comes in. There are 2 waves, by the way, with these mobs,
and they take like 5 minutes each.
Yeah, and then there's this giant. Is it a Gobu? Is it a zombie? I can't remember what the mob is, or is it just a giant corpicer?
It was a giant Yeti, I think.
Oh, a Yeti. Yes, it was a Yeti. And then...
And now, oh my god, it took, again, about 10 minutes. It was on more than 50% health still, and we just...
Yeah. The HP was insane. And we were quite a lot of people in that fate.
Yeah.
It didn't work out. We left. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone work on that fate. Like, that's a rare occurrence that fate has anything above 0%. Yeah. The next thing that turned out to happen was that people, like, now we didn't really know what to do, which necessarily isn't a bad thing.
No.
But when you literally know nothing about anything, like, you kill a mob, you're like, oh, I get 200 EXP, I need 600,000 to proceed. You have I understand. So this is the thing that's difficult with this. Pagos is supposed to take long. It's supposed to be long-term content, grinding content. And it seems like in Pagos they wanted to discourage NM trains.
Right.
And
they've done that by making it almost impossible to solo.
Yes.
The monsters hit way too hard for you to be able to
chains
solo.
Are worth more now. You get more EXP through chains. That's good for soloers or even people in groups. But some fates take hours to spawn. Like, I think you have to kill like 500 whatever of those demon things to trigger that fate. Some fates won't give you gold unless you have certain key items from something else. It's like, so I defended Animos, and I still do that to this day. I still think Animos is good content for those that enjoy that grind experience. But I cannot defend Pagos at this point. I will defend its vision, and I will defend certain aspects of it, but I am disappointed in Pagos.
Yeah.
I thought they would look at Animos and go and look at the feedback and work on it. They have in some aspects they have made it, even though we just said that it made it harder to solo, NM wise, yes, but if you do it in a small group or if you do it alone, you can get chain bonuses that give you large quantities of EXP. The challenge log will give you a lot of EXP.
But that's weekly.
Yeah, that's weekly. I also really dislike how the story is presented here.
Oh, it's awful.
There's hardly any.
I've not done much. I've done like one quest of it, but it's like, there's another magical thing, go and find it. It's somewhere in this massive area.
Yeah.
And we happened upon it anyway.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, this doesn't work. You'll have to come back in 5 levels time. Maybe something will happen.
Yeah. You don't even get to activate the relic quest with Geralt until, is it 23 or 24? Like, the only reason you're actually there doesn't unlock until way later. So it's very strange. Now, one good thing that I like, which is going to keep Animos alive, is that your EXP bar persists between the two worlds. So even though you'll be level synced to 20 in Animos, your EXP bar will continue to grow, and you will level up even though you're in Animos. So that's good.
It might be worth just going back to Animos.
Maybe it is. I don't know. It might be. Though I'm gonna say this is after 1 week, less than a week actually. There are trains now that are like semi-working. So I know people were like, I hate fate trains, they ruin the experience. Yeah, but at least they made it easier to level. If you think it's fun to kill one mob and spend like 8 weeks to level one level, then be my guest, you're free to do so. But I don't understand this content anymore. Like, I thought I did with Animos, but with Pagos, I'm a little bit lost. It's like, why, if you're gonna make a long grind, make it entertaining. There's nothing here. I mean, Animos was already pushing it, but Pagos is like, oh, I see you just did your challenge log. What are you gonna do now?
Yeah, see you next week.
See you next week, dude. It's like, I don't know.
It's content now, just like Tomes, but with XP.
Yeah.
You get your XP for the week.
Oh my god, you don't even get tomes. Oh, you do that probably when you reach the cap. But
well, that's a waste of time, then, isn't
it? Yeah.
It's like they looked at the analytical data of Animos and went, okay, first day they did it how we wanted them to do it, but then they realized that they can just do fate trains, and they all seem to think, you know, I don't like this content hugely, but I'll do a fate train and we'll just get it over with.
Yeah.
Let's make sure they can't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just make XP even lower, make the mobs harder, make it last even longer.
Yeah.
And
but the thing is, they've done some good stuff too. Like, for instance, I don't know if they did this with this update or not, but opening your lockboxes is quicker now. There's no animation when you open it, so you can just like spam that button and get like all your thousands done in a few minutes.
Was that changed on Animos too? Or
yes,
it was changed earlier.
Yes, you can also open Animos lockboxes in Pagos, and I think vice versa. So that's nice. There's also the gear that has specific attributes that work within Pagos. I like that. Haste is on them.
That's cool.
So I mean, that's cool.
Can you only get those from the bunny boxes, I assume?
I don't know. I have no idea. Also with the bunnies, like, you do that fate, which takes so long, unless you have like literally the whole server on there, and you get this bunny that follows you, but like it can run off at any time. It's just like, I get it. I get the content. I get the idea, but it's like you've made it to be, you're making it feel like punishment. Like, you're being punished.
Right? Like, I see in chat saying that it's good content to keep you busy, but it's a game.
Yeah.
It's not my job to play this game, and if you make it if you make it boring, I'm not just gonna grind through it forever. I don't care that much about getting a shiny pixel sword.
Right.
People will leave it. It's not good to make your game boring.
Yeah.
That's not a good move.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like, oh, but it's like 11. But this isn't 11. If you want to play 11, play 11. Don't play 14. It's still up.
I think it's a nice idea that they're trying to cater to the old crowd. Like, hey, look, it's supposed to be sort of like the old thing.
But Animos was like that.
Animos was like that, and it worked.
But it felt good.
Yes. But here, and I know you didn't like Animos either, Rollo, but you know I liked Animos, and when I'm saying that Pagos isn't good, then you know how bad it is. Like,
you would hate Pagos, right?
I mean,
yeah. So I was honest too when I said like Pagos is the make or break for Eureka for me.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on like people's receptions and like what I saw, like how like the mechanics actually of it, if I would actually bother through it. And I'm seeing this, I'm like, this is content that's not worth doing.
Yeah.
This is a time sink for a thing that's not very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Relics are neat. I mean, this is a personal thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, relics are neat, but if I want the big weapon, I can just go raid, which is much quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot more fun too.
Yeah.
I don't even need the highest tier weapon too to be happy and do content. I can get tomes. I can get Heaven on High stuff. I can craft it, which I would much rather do than being in this very boring area that's just like, it's just sucking my time away.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
And I've not seen a huge amount of the relics, but as far as I'm concerned, like the Realm Reborn and Heavensward ones, they look nicer at the moment. And they're easy to grind now, so just go back and get them if you want a glamour.
Yeah, but can't confirm that the last step in Pagos makes the gear purple. So
that's so important to you for some reason.
It is.
Important to me.
You haven't had
It's
purple
important.
weapons since the last patch of Heavensward. So and bring it back. So we're getting it back, but you have to endure literal frozen hell to get it.
Also, you know what? The person in chat, Twinbee, said this too. It's weird that they talked about Logos before this came out, because in Logos they were talking, or the presentation for Logos, they were like, "Hey, some big changes are coming to Eureka. These big changes are coming at the end of the expansion," and it's like, it's going to take this long for Eureka to be good. It's going to take the entire expansion for Eureka to be like content that I actually want to do. Like, no, I'm not.
And at that point, you're going to have like 95 elemental levels to grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
15 more levels of this.
Yeah, I was just about to say what was pointed out in chat. It's like they told us about the third installment of Eureka because they knew this one was not going to be well received. I'm sorry to say, but as good. The map is beautiful for a snow. I'm generally not a fan of snow maps because it just looks dead and desolate to me. But
reminds too much of the fjord.
It reminds me of home. But they just took. It's like they looked at Animos and they took out the stuff that worked and put the rest in Pagos. And then they slapped some bunnies in there. I mean, I have to say, there's like one fate that I really like. It's called, what was it? Was it Apocalypse Cow? I think that's
the Holy Cow.
And the Holy Cow is the mob. I like the name of that fate, but I don't know. It's just. I want to like it because it's the kind of content I normally would have no problem with. But there's just... There's that... You can almost hear the clock tick. Like you're wasting your life playing Pagos.
And
there's like...
When you look back on your, like... When you're 17, like... I can't quite remember those 7 years.
And it's... And like, for instance, I streamed yesterday, Pagos. I spent 3 hours in there, and I barely made any progress on my EXP bar. That's 3 hours, and I just made like this much. I couldn't. There was one fate that spawned in that whole time. I didn't make it to it in time, but that's it.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah, it's even worse. It's
bad.
I felt bad because I was just sitting in the stream too, like, I'm not going to do this, but I'll listen in.
Yeah. You were my moral support. You slapped your thighs. Your thighs. Your thighs.
I slapped my. Look at that. If you guys are subscribed, look at that last stream. I did slap my thighs.
I'm sure it's been clipped too.
I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't know what they were thinking, but what exactly is wrong? So it's the fate spawning taking too long. And
fates take too long.
They've read the official forums for sure because
increases between levels has now gone up too much. It's exponential and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can't solo mobs; they just deal too much damage.
Mm-hmm.
Story's awful.
Mm-hmm.
Can't jump into relic straight away, so you can't even look at what they're going to look
like.
Right.
Right.
That's 5 things.
That's 5 big things though. That's that's things that,
like what Chad said, it doesn't feel rewarding. The whole concept of this one doesn't feel rewarding. At what point did you feel rewarded? I've done 1 fate where I got gold. I got 1 crystal and 1 lockbox, and I got a strength 5 materia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a strength 5 materia. I sold it for like 10,000 gears.
Mm-hmm.
Rubbish.
Hey, but they emulated that feeling of de-leveling being devastating even more now.
I de-leveled on stream as well right after you left on Thursday, Mala.
Well, so you're back to 21?
Yeah, I think I managed to claw myself back up again because there was a fate following straight after that. I think that's the fate I died in. So I just ran back up and
How much XP did you lose?
a lot. I don't want to think about it.
5 weeks of your life gone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad. It's really bad content.
Yeah.
Sorry, but it's bad.
Yeah.
What do you guys? Because this is one of the reasons why we lost the 2 dungeons per patch.
Yeah.
Dungeons are dungeons. They are what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Love them or hate them. As you do the content and roulette, all that. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think Eureka overall so far has been worth losing the dungeon?
Had we only had Animos, I would have said yes. But Pagos feels like a lazy... I don't know what... No. It's not worth it with Pagos. I would have taken a new expert dungeon over Pagos.
Okay.
Or something else. I don't know. It's weird. It's like they planned this. It's like they were like, okay, we'll make Animos okay-ish. Then we'll make Pagos shit because we can't be bothered, and then we'll just make it great again in the next one with the Logos system and whatever. I don't know why. It's such a weird, and I've been struggling to find I'm very torn on this specific piece of content, because usually I'd be like, this is bad, this is good, but this one I'm like, I get it, but there's something not right with how you're doing it. They're trying to they're definitely, as I said, they have definitely read the forums. They read the forums where people complained about the fate trains, that was all that was happening.
Look what you guys
look what you've done. Now all you get are dude, I actually saw people in one run where people were telling people to get away from them because they were attacking their own little cluster. That didn't happen in Animos because people were sort of working together to attack the same things, but now everyone's about that fucking challenge log. So they're like, get away from me. Oh, ugly train, the fucking train comes. Chill.
I mean,
yeah.
That was kind of a problem in Animos
it was because the mobs died. Launch day Animos was terrible because, first of all, the mobs gave you 1 EXP. They since bumped it up. But yeah, that was an issue back in the day as well. But it's more hostile now because now it's about the big EXP. It's it's my challenge log. And the train is being looked down on as lazy people. This whole place is lazy. Look around you. I don't know.
It makes me sleepy, that's what.
It makes me sleepy. It makes me sad. I don't know.
I think.
But on the other side, I'm I want this too. I kind of want this content too.
Such a masochist, God.
Yeah.
If you loved Animos, loved it.
Yeah.
I think you'd like Pagos a bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you hated Animos,
if you
hate
were
it even more.
okay about Animos, you'll not want to do Pagos.
No.
And if you're Rollo and Animos was the devil to you, then Pagos is just some whole other world of pain.
If you loved Animos with a passion, you are going to endure.
Choo-choo coming into Resabo. # ban your best speaker.
Thank you.
Good old Baniel.
Good old Baniel. Yeah, if you absolutely loved Animos with a burning passion, yeah, you're going to survive in Pagos probably.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. For me, this has been designated to content I will do in the next expansion when it's all been nerfed and I can just kind of kill some time with it or something in between a patch, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Because they've already sorted out their issue with Pazuzu by you can just get his feathers with crystals now.
Yes.
So they're going to eventually get to a point where you can just fully solo the entire thing.
Yeah.
Because they have to. So yeah, with next expansion, Ronnie, you're going to be.
That's what I'll stream. I promise you, if once Eureka's done, well, there's 6 elements, so maybe it'll continue in the next expansion. It'll still be bad.
Yeah.
But if it continues, I'll stream it. I promise. I'll do it all once it's all nerfed.
It's Yeah, as you can tell, I don't.
I never wanted to be negative about Eureka.
Me neither.
When it came out, I got into it eventually, and I started to like it.
Mm-hmm. It's gotten better.
I know why people hate it. I know why they hate it.
Yeah.
But I never wanted to hate it because it was okay.
Pagos has gotten better since launch, the launch day, but it's still a far cry from Animos.
So far.
So people hated the structure of Animos because they were like, oh, the Fate Train, that's all you do. But at least there was a purpose and people sort of did it together. Yeah, there were people that just stood, AFK with a chair emote, whatever. Just bring a snake over to them and kill them. But
yeah,
at least there was a structure. You knew what to do. Here it's like you have the challenge log, and then you have to just do single mobs until you die of old age, and that's not good content. That's all I have to say.
It's a shame though, because I think the areas they make for Eureka are super nice.
They are, yeah.
It's some of the best looking areas in the game.
Yeah.
And that's why I think everyone should join me on the official forum saying that they should remove all their Eureka shit, all the relic shit, just put Rathalos in there and have you hunt them in there like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
There you go.
God, loads of different monsters you can hunt there. And
it had the same animation stuff like Rathalos or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Just like Monster Hunter. Just make Final Fantasy 14 Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
All I'll say with what we're saying is this is just first impressions.
Yeah.
There's every chance that in
we're gonna get ripped a new one in the comments.
Yeah, Pagos could end up being decent in like a month's time, and if it is, we'll say fine, whatever.
That's what we want.
Yeah, we'll be happy then. So, win-win.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when we talked about Animos the first time on the stream? It came out, and you guys are pretty much defending it, and I was like,
as I will still to this day, I will still defend Animos.
And I just flat out said I don't like it. And
well,
do you remember the comments we got of like, you guys are just blind defenders of Eureka.
Yeah.
Blind fanboys who know nothing.
I bet you weren't even there for Final Fantasy XI.
I wasn't. I was playing Phantasy Star.
Yeah.
That's why.
But, so I'm sure those same people are now going to call us haters. That's just how it is. I mean, it's difficult. It's hard. I can't play that. I mean, I'm going to play it, and I'm going to hate every moment of it. But maybe it gets
that's
better.
One thing we suggested for adding to Eureka is hunts, where you have to go kill X amount of certain mobs instead of the challenge log, because that's finite every week. Yeah. Infinite hunts. Right? Infinite hunts.
That would be nice. I mean, I guess the NMs are supposed to be infinite hunts, like theoretically, like because they spawn
75,000 monsters to maybe spawn. That's fun content.
Yeah.
That's what I pay real life money to do in a game.
They're even harder to spawn than normal hunts, right? Normal S ranks.
Yeah.
That's so much harder.
Yeah.
Lukey spawned an S rank by dying once.
I did. Naked.
So that's
died
pretty
naked.
easy. Yeah, naked.
They should have more stuff like that where you have to do really random shit. You have to throw away 20 grapes on the ground in a specific area and spawn this NM. One more of that.
Yeah. At least Pagos made Animals look better. That's true. That's true. Put Animals in a better light. And you can still do Animals and gain EXP for Pagos, so you can always do that, I guess. And now you'll get EXP from Pazuzu, so that's good.
Yeah. And when they see 95% of the Eureka player base running back into Animals, they'll think, maybe we made a mistake, and then they'll sort it out.
Yeah.
You want to know something funny?
What?
So when I was seeing the reaction to Pagos, I was like, wow, this looks fucking awful. I'm never going to do this. And I did get the feeling of like, maybe Animos isn't that bad,
right?
And then I went in, and I'm like, no, it's still bad.
And Animos is like it's still alive. Like the instances are full every time I go in there now. So Animos has gained from Pagos. Another thing that we haven't mentioned about Pagos, it feels fucking empty as shit. Remember when we did it, Mala, and I was like, where is everyone? Like the instance was full, but there was no one. Like it looked like we only had like 16 people around us.
I didn't like that.
I don't and that is because people are now like off to do, you know, their own little grind thing. I don't know. It makes the world feel emptier. It's just, I don't know.
What if the adventure list is shared between Animos and Pagos, and they were all just in Animos?
Nice. That's nice. I mean, it's not empty because it's 144. That's the limit, and we were at the limit when I checked it then. And there was an NM fate up, and it just looked like we're like 20 people fighting it. It was bizarre, and I think that might have something to do with the update they did with the
occlusion calling.
Yes, I think so. It might be calling some players to not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this is all about, but maybe just people don't do the NMs anymore. I don't know. It's just everything is bizarre right now, but we'll keep you updated on Pagos, I guess, in the weeks to come. But do you think Eureka has a future in 14 based on this?
No.
Does this signal the possible end of Eureka?
I think once they finish Val, they can't. No.
I think, depending on the reaction to the third part, they said big changes are coming.
Yeah.
Because I imagine maybe what happened with Pagos is that, like, these changes happened, right? They did all these things. It was already so far down the pipeline that they couldn't make these changes, and maybe they realized, like, this isn't that good. Oh, no. And so that's why they're having the big changes in the third area. But depending on that goes, this might actually become Diadem 3.0.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have 3 more elements to do. So that could be the second part of it for the next relic and 5.x.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we will.
I've already ruled it out. Like this is not content I want to do. So have fun.
Yeah. I mean, although again, people bringing up Diadem, although it's not the same content as Diadem, I am more willing to classify it as Stormblood's Diadem because it's working out the same way. It's like the same life as Diadem almost. Like they made one Diadem that was, you know, bad, and then they made. I mean, Animos was good though; it was okay. But then they made the second iteration, and it just made it like almost even worse, and that's Pagos.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It is kind of the Diadem of Stormblood, I feel like, at this point. With Pagos.
I think this highlights the team's kind of biggest weakness with 14 is that they're not very good at making content that doesn't give you direct instructions.
Right.
Because, like, you remember how Diadem turned out, and that's like, if you don't have like an explicit goal you're going to always, like, or like, I guess smaller goals too in front of it. Yeah. Like you do with dungeons, or you do with Heaven on High, or something like that. Then they're kind of, I don't know. They're not very good at it. Is what I would say.
Yeah. Right.
They might learn.
I feel like they're not good at any content that doesn't fit the mold that we always try and break away from anyway, and wish they'd break away from. And every time they do, they make rubbish like this. And it's not very heartening for the future of the game.
Right.
It doesn't make me think, oh well, you know, oh they didn't do very well with Diadem, but they've also not done well with Pagos. But 5.0, they'll definitely get it that time.
Right. Yeah, they're scared of doing it because the Realm Reborn was such a good recipe, and I feel like that's why we keep seeing a Realm Reborn in every single expansion so far. Like we're still technically, it almost feels like we're still like in a Realm Reborn, but they've just added a few things that just don't work. I don't know. It's so weird because it's like this is why I'm so confused. It's like this is content that can last a long time if done right, and then they just do it wrong. they just don't add enough incentive there to keep you motivated to finish it. Maybe they don't, but still, there's that drag on me as well. Like I know that I'm gonna have to play Pagos because I need that relic, so I'm going to do it, but I'm not gonna have probably a lot of fun doing it, and that's the annoying part. It's like they know players like me because they know that I will complain, but I have no choice but to do it, right? So I'm probably only gonna get one relic though, that's for sure. But yeah, it sucks. It's what it is. Not to hate on the people that enjoy Pagos. I know that some people will be very defensive whenever you shit on stuff that they like. That doesn't mean that I don't respect that you like it. You can like whatever you want. But we are a little disappointed with this content.
I'll say this though, if I am glad they're at least trying to experiment slightly with different content. I would rather have somewhat experimental content like Eureka flop, and they at least learn from it, than it just be like Heaven's Sword every expansion.
But that constitutes that they actually learn. And we will see that with Pagos. Sorry, not with Pagos, with logos. If that's what it's going to be called. That's going to be, to me, that's the make or break, because that's the third attempt. So
this is the second make or break.
Well, I mean, the first cannot be a make or break. The second was sort of the follow-up. That's where we expected there to be change. That failed. So now, if Logos is the same as Pagos, that's it. We're done. It's over. Eureka can end. We can end the project. There's nothing in it for anyone anymore. So yeah, I think for most players, Logos will be the make or break for Eureka. So we already know that there's a new system there. That's great, because with Pagos we knew nothing. Like nothing. We just knew there was going to be snow.
We saw bunnies.
Yeah, did we see the bunnies before?
No, we saw the hat thing. Sorry.
Yeah, we saw the hat. We didn't see the bunnies. The bunnies were released in the patch notes. So no, they didn't. No, they talked about it on the live letter prior to the patch.
You got to make a new video series. The constant fall and descent of Eureka.
Yeah.
Okay.
That can be a new series for you.
Yeah. That's our thoughts on Eureka Pagos. It's such a weird patch. Like, you get such great content, like Rathalos, which still splits the community. Yeah. And then you get Pagos, which, splits the community. So it's a very split patch.
It's been a bit of a trend recently.
It is, yeah. It is.
Hey, like we said, though, if you like it, that's fine. But that's some free criticism. So just say, remember that before you make a mean comment about me.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Good luck in the YouTube comments, everyone.
Just disable them, and then don't do that thing where if you like it, it goes to the top. Just like, I'll comment like 5 things and just. Okay,
good. I'll do that. Okay.
You should like all the comments that are in favor of us.
Yeah. And then everyone will think we're really good.
Okay, now on to something that I think most people will enjoy. Moonfire Fair.
I'm joking.
How dare you? Moonfire Fair starts on August the 13th and lasts all the way until August the 26th.
That's on Monday, guys.
Yes, that is a Monday. There was a dev. Oh yeah, it's this Monday. So there was a dev blog telling us a little bit about the event. We already knew this because we covered this all the way back in March, I can't remember. There was some data mining. Yeah, there was some data mining done, I believe. So we already knew that there was going to be a jumping puzzle in this event. The blog goes, the summer heat has been inflicting a strong debuff on our team, but we're not too worried. The Moonfire Fair begins on August the 13th, and we're ready to cool off. We may suffer IRL, but at least our characters will be able to beat the heat in Costa del Sol. What's up with that water splash? You'll have to wait and see. First off, check out the new summer gear, newly designed. I don't have the picture here, but there is new gear. Oh, actually, I can show it because I have. Look how prepared I am.
Wow.
Oh.
So here's the artwork. So the artwork shows off some of the old gear as well.
Lots of naked people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bombs are back. Yay.
The bombs are back. And the gear is the gear that won. Was it? I thought it was the one that won the design contest. No, the furnishing is from the winners. Okay. The male outfit design. The design of the actual gear will change depending on the character's gender. So this is the male gear.
Not been a thing yet.
Yeah.
They've done it. How have they suddenly realized? Oh, guys, we can.
I think
just make
some
one
gear.
item and it changes.
Some gear does that. Like the Dragoon gear has like a tummy window for women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the main gear has that, but the glamour gear they always make a separate.
Oh, that's
male
true.
and female item.
Yeah.
It's pointless.
So we're also getting a new emote, which is the splash emote.
Does it work on other land? Can I throw dirt at people instead?
I don't
Yeah,
think
what if
so.
it only works when you're in the water?
It only works in the water, obviously.
Oh,
It's like the snowball emote only works in snow. You also get a mosquito moogle, which is a terrifying thing. Where you put
have
It's
some
like an
Koopo
animal.
nuts.
Animals moving.
It does, yeah. It's got like one of those mosquito rings in there, and some curry. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey,
Just some summer
curry.
curry.
It's like a Japanese thing. I know they like curry.
Oh, they
Just-
do. Okay.
To confirm, when it says Hanish, does that mean like Razat Han, like
Yeah.
Stavner?
Yeah.
So they're confirmed.
Stavner
Like
confirmed.
the culture.
Yeah. Also want to point out that this quest requires level 30.
Oh,
Which-
that's
oh.
quite high.
Yeah. That's not very common. Usually they're like, if high, at least it's usually at 15. But normally it'd be 1, right? So that's strange. Probably because of Costa del Sol, because it takes place there. You have to be level 30 to
That's
get
true,
to that
yeah.
point. Look forward to that. How do we feel about the change? Because they're obviously changing things up with this fate. That's not fate. With this event. And I feel like, because we know some stuff about the Rising as well, which we'll get to, but it feels like they've put some more effort into the events this year, because we did remember the Valentian quest with the maze?
That one was good.
Yeah, I
This
love
one-
that.
Remember the other years of this one, the Go-Go Power Rangers.
Yeah, Moonfire Fair has
and
always traditionally been.
This one doesn't look
good.
like it's got that much.
It's got a jumping puzzle, which we know very little about.
Oh, I suppose that's true.
So that is new. Moonfire Fair, that is a good point, because Moonfire Fair in all iterations has been different, and it's got like different mechanics to them, even all the way back, like even to 1.0 when it was, in that
God,
restricted shit. It had like things that you didn't see otherwise in the game.
yeah, it had a jumping puzzle in 1.0, but it proved quite difficult.
It was very difficult. Actually, you had to lure a bomb into like a fire,
Oh
so
my
it
god,
exploded.
not with slash beckon. Please,
No,
not with
you could
slash
do you
beckon.
do you had to enrage it, so you had to do like emotes that would like make him angry. It was weird.
Wow.
So I don't want to spoil too much about what we know about the Rising, because most of this is based on data mining. But it does seem that we are going to get, for the first time, it seems, a real reflection on what happened in Eorzea in the last days of the Calamity, which is very, very intriguing.
The Gabuwa is going to be there.
I mean, there is that might be a reference. We don't know. Something's gonna happen in the city states. Is what all I know so far.
Right, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you do if, when we get the quest, it goes into a cutscene, and you start noticing it looks familiar, and it's actually just your video.
I just plagiarized his video.
Yeah, now we're talking about the Rising, yes. Because that comes directly after Moonfire Fair.
This is no date. But
Yeah,
it's like
no date, but there is.
27th, isn't it?
It's on the 27th, yeah. The actual day of the anniversary for the game.
Did you hear about that other data mining thing that happened?
Which one? There's been so many.
Where the folder for that certain job was deleted.
Oh, it was deleted?
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Blue Mage is definitely confirmed.
Do you think they
got
did
scared
that
'cause
as a
Yeti
result of the community noticing it?
Yeah.
See,
I
now
don't
we're
know.
down a why would they remove it, Rollo? Why would they
It's the
remove
red
it?
herring. The red herring I was talking about.
Why would you remove a red herring before it's out?
Because that would makes even more red herring. Like, oh, did we find something we shouldn't have? And that's what they
Maybe-
want you to think.
Do you think they'll like add in a new one just to try and trick us now and just keep adding new and
The thing is,
you don't
so
see it in them?
here's the thing, Rollo. If you put out a red herring, you're not supposed to be mean-spirited about it. Like, that would be... Because Blue Mage is something they've been teasing. Like, remember the Rising event back in, like, 2 years ago when they were like, red or blue? Remember when they stood back? They were like, red or blue? So they've been on the fucking Blue Mage forever. And then we find a folder. If they place... That is...
It would be mean.
That is mean-spirited trolling. Which is kind of what they're doing with Viera, to be honest. So I wouldn't put it past them.
We still haven't seen one.
That's true, but I think we're going.
They said we were going to in this one, didn't they?
Almost certain that we're going to get it in the last one.
Yeah.
If only just a quick flash.
You know what's going to
Viera.
happen?
What?
The camera, like, we're going to get to the end of the raid, whatever it is, right? And then, like, you're going to hear Fran's voice off in the corner, right? And your character's going to turn around and be like, what? And then the camera is going to, like, it's going to have your character in the shot, like, right here. And then you see the Viera's fucked up feet.
Yeah.
And then and then you're going to be like, oh, they got the feet. They did it.
And in data mining, there's literally just the feet. That's the model.
and then-
There's nothing above.
That's what's going to happen.
Oh my god, that would be glorious.
Make it happen, please.
Yeah, I'm for that troll. That's a good troll. Right. So that's everything, actually. Moonfire Fair and the Rising, both coming up, following each other. Look forward to that. Now, we're also entering like the celebration of the 5-year anniversary of Final Fantasy XIV, and the developers are posting updates now once a week. I thought there would only be one message per week, but they just pumped out like 6.
Yeah.
So they're going to have a lot of people on the team posting here. So they took, of course, the most important ones posted, not the important ones. The higher ups are coming up first. And I picked 3 people that might be of interest to us, because we've requested at least one of them, Banri Oda, the MSQ writer. Also Hiroshi Takai, which is the development supervisor, and Nobuaki Komoto, who was the producer of Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. Remember that? He's now the lead game designer. I thought we'd read these. They're very short. I'll do Hiroshi's message first. He is the development supervisor on Final Fantasy XIV. To the Warriors of Light who play Final Fantasy XIV day after day, it's because of all of you that we've reached our 5th anniversary. I definitely feel that your enthusiasm and devotion to the game are what has supported us over the course of these 5 years. Thank you so much. I've spent many a day adventuring around Eorzea myself, so thinking about my time as a player over the last 5 years makes me quite emotional. Haha. Emotional? Question mark? Haha. It's safe to say that Final Fantasy XIV will continue to get better and better. In fact, the development team is already charging headlong into the next big thing. With that in mind, I hope you'll all carry on with your adventures for a long time to come. Here's to the future. So the next big thing, I'm assuming that's the expansion.
I better and better.
Let's hope he's right. Let's hope a better Eureka. So that's Hiroshi Takai.
I like the pictures.
The pictures are good. They have a nice little I'd almost call them chibi-esque pictures.
Some of their avatars that
They're like, they're the official avatars that they use in the Here's Nobuaki Komoto, who we're going into now.
Loves his noodles.
Loves his noodles. Oh yeah. Okay, Nobuaki Komoto, the old producer of Final Fantasy XIV 1.0, now lead game designer of 2.0 and beyond. Congratulations to Final Fantasy XIV for reaching its 5th anniversary, and thank you to everyone. As I write this message, I have the overwhelming sense that these 5 years have gone by so quickly, and they're so chock full of memories. I'll admit that development wasn't always smooth sailing. There have been some tough times, and things sometimes don't go as planned. Even so, hearing from the players online at events like Fan Festival and in Eorzea itself makes me realize how lucky I am to have this opportunity. Please keep giving us your feedback. Important words. Don't ever stop giving feedback. I know there's like a lot of the official forums we've talked about before. It's a special place sometimes. And there's been like a culture there where like people have been like, don't give feedback that is bad. Don't talk bad. I don't know, that's my official forums character. Don't talk bad.
I think like people in general are more quick to jump on the bad than the good. So you wouldn't tell them how good it is usually.
Right.
Like how often do you see, wow, guys, the latest expert dungeon was fantastic.
Right.
Never.
Right.
But then when there's an issue, flood the forums.
Yeah. And
so even though,
even still, there's I don't know. It's the official forums.
Oh my goodness! What was that?
Sorry.
Shout out to that truck
down the street.
Okay, so
American Truck Simulator.
Here's the last one we'll read. This is from Boundary Oda, the main scenario writer of Final Fantasy XIV.
He's got a frog in his picture.
I have to show his as well though. Here he is.
The Rogo.
Yeah,
dude, look at his little picture, right? You see the globe?
Yeah,
right?
It looks like Africa.
Where's Europe?
It's just Africa.
Oh yeah, it is. I think it's supposed to. That's
Africa?
God. Why would he have
Eorzea.
It's Eorzea, you buffoon. I thought you were joking. I'm like, yeah, right. You're like, keep going. Why would he have the globe of the world?
Eorzea does look like Africa.
Oh my goodness.
They moved Madagascar from the eastern side to the west.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, Boundary Order. I would first like to extend my gratitude to the Warriors of Light worldwide for making this achievement, our 5th anniversary, possible. Thank you so much. Though it goes without saying, without your staunch support, we could never have continued development and service for this long. You, our protagonists, will be just as vital as we further expand the world and story of Final Fantasy XIV. Please continue to join me in weaving the tale of the Warrior of Light. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. If you want to read more, you can go there. They didn't give us an easy link to read out. But if you want to read all of it, it's at, if you're in North America, it's na.finalfantasy14.com/5th_anniversary, or if you're in Europe, it's eu.finalfantasyxiv.com/5th_anniversary.
Hey,
if you're in Asia,
the art team lead is sitting on a medicine ball. So if you don't want your chair to explode under your butt, start sitting on medicine balls at your desk.
What are you on? What? I disconnected for like a half a second in my brain, and now you're on about medicine balls?
Yeah.
A medicine ball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember we talked about sitting on medicine balls. That would be fun.
Yeah. See, the art guy's doing it on the website.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I said it was a thing. You guys didn't believe me.
Okay, whatever, dude.
But that guy's doing it, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. We still have another story. The gear design contest shortlist.
Oh my god, I've not looked at these, but
Yeah, there's a lot of gold in there. The gear design contest shortlist has been revealed, and as it says on the website, we're pleased to present the gear design contest for melee and physical range DPS finalists. The amount of hard work and dedication that must have gone into all the entries is nothing short of astounding. The development and operations team have selected 48 designs from each category, for a total of 96 designs, to advance to the final round of judging. We will select the grand prize winner and runners-up in each category from these designs, and the grand prize winner in each category will have their design implemented into the game. Thank you to the talented warriors of light from all over the world who participated. So let's take a look. This is from Bartleby.
That's fantastic.
1,000 needles melee gear.
It's like...
Is he dabbing in the corner? Is that what's happening?
No, it's nothing short but of amazing.
Look at on the back as well. It's got like a cat dragon gold.
Yeah, that's cute.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's just bonkers, and I like it.
I like it. That's silly.
This is something out of the gold saucer, clearly.
Yeah. They need a gear set.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They have the weapons, so now we need the gear. Next we have from, what's this from? Akira.
That's cool.
Whispering Dragon set.
I like the mask a lot.
Yeah,
the mask's cool, especially that it's got a visor toggle.
Yeah. Very clearly
boots are cool.
Oh yeah, there's like claws on them. Yeah, that's nice. And I like that they're like asymmetrical in design too. There's like
Yeah.
Anri gives us a very classic design.
It's like a gothic Lolita type thing.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool though.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like battle dresses.
Yeah. The leggings kind of remind me of the Scholar ones somehow, but yeah, they're more class. I don't like the Scholar ones though because they look dumb. Here's Anzui, was it? Anzul.
Nice color scheme.
Okay, this is just me, but look, this looks like an adult version of the kid from Bayonetta 3. I can't remember his name. I don't know if you guys ever played that. There's like a little kid that like the exact same outfit, I feel like.
Ah, I see.
It does remind me of something as well, but I don't know what.
Nice input, Mala.
From some other franchise. It reminds me of something, but I don't want to tell you.
This is from Atucha?
Well, that's like a 3D render.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
You know what I just realized that I missed? I missed the capes that they had in the beta of A Realm Reborn. When they had they had capes for at least the Odin one had, right? And that had like actual physics, not the fake physics that we have today.
Ooh.
But that was literally PS3 limitations. I just remember that the other day too. I've been thinking about the Odin cape a lot. Just go on YouTube and look for the Odin cape. I'm sure there's a lot of footage of it. Just maybe it's time to bring the capes back. Not related to this though. HKM gave us this. This is melee, by the way, that we're looking at.
I love the helmet.
That is a crazy one, yeah.
It's a very good
like a bird
samurai
the
one.
beekeeper.
Yeah, it's like a bucket. I like it. Bucket boy. Yeah. I'm very weak for like designs that have like belts and stuff. Like I don't know why. I like ornate like belts
when you run along.
Yeah,
I see that's why you like Kingdom Hearts. I understand.
Exactly. Now. Absolutely. Zippers too. Love them. Ice Pack gave us this design.
That's cool.
Which is a very like cool. Classic.
I like the little tie on the back.
Yeah. Like it. Very simple and clean. Wow.
How does that's interesting.
That's like the arm thing is kind of weird, but I think it's based on that one Chinese demon.
Oh yeah, it's got like several faces on the back as well on the helmet.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would look like in motion.
Yeah, when you're running, the arms might look. It's pretty cool.
Is it like? Yeah, I know which god we're thinking. Doesn't Sephiroth have the same? Oh, Asura. Okay, sure.
That's it.
That was from Jackie Sagittarius. Jurvison. This is cool.
That's some crazy hair.
Yeah,
I like the body.
Yeah.
Did you notice that the female version has like a back window?
Yeah. Tummy windows are out. All
Yeah.
about back windows.
It's all about small of the back.
Wait, is it the back or is it the front?
That's the back.
I hope that's
Oh
the
yeah,
back.
yeah, it is.
You can-
Wow, I don't know. Okay, so why is that a thing that happens? Is it because we just cannot?
You
We
can't
cannot.
put that little bit of skin.
Sexy.
We need
I don't know.
skin. That's why we play this, so we can always be half erect
What else
at
are you
all
playing this
times.
for? Yeah.
Hmm.
It's the only place I
A
can
little,
get.
a little bit of back just gets me every single time.
Mm.
Oof.
Yeah.
I guess.
Especially with that
Also,
hair.
I know that helmet would be ruined in 3D, by the way. It would
Mm.
look a lot
For
worse.
sure. It would be like the
Oh yeah, like the fire
bone-
ones. Yeah. I'm noticing also that there's that one with and without cloak. I don't know.
It's just
That's true, yeah.
they do it to like show off.
Oh
like,
right, I like
on
it
the
with the
bottom.
full. I like the
it
cloak.
with cloak, yeah.
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 Mine's with Auron's cloak.
Oh yeah. Koyorin.
That's the artist I really like.
Oh my god, it's like a horse mask or something. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, it's a visor
I-
toggle, so you can get your real eyes. You can just have the mouth.
That's scary. That scares me. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what this thing with like the head, like a lot of them have that on to show which sections are which.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just a
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
I guess it kind of helps them if they get picked. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Underpants.
Even the underpants are on here.
Yeah. So for all you guys that want bandages for pants,
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
finally.
There you go. Kill made this.
it reminds me too much of the artifact gear for Ninja from Heavensward.
Does it?
I
Oh,
like the
like the belts.
I don't know
the
about
belts.
the
I like the
cage.
no arm on one. I'd like it if it had no arm.
Oh yeah, you just
Like
lose an
Ralph
arm. Yeah, I like the
I
belts.
like it though.
I want the
I
belts.
just don't know about
The mouth
cage
guard
mask
thing is a bit weird. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I like the lady legs in that if it gave like the tattoo
Oh yeah.
on their piece.
I would just want a soundbite of Mala saying, "I like the lady legs." Lole Daymort. This is cool.
Now that's cool.
That is Ashkin
It's-
attire of maiming.
Reminds me of like Dunscape.
Yeah, that's some dark, like muscle fiber. Is that red thing?
I would say that's dark grey suede with muscle fiber.
Yeah. I would say that too. Yeah. That is
Not really feeling this one, I think.
grotesque.
Are those
But
actual teeth?
yeah,
Real teeth.
it's
My own
supposed
teeth.
to be real.
Ron's teeth.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it
have
kind of looks
no-
like Dremora stuff from like or Daedric stuff from the Elder Scrolls as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it in a grotesque way. I don't know how much it fits into 14, but
It'd be good if the meat bits were shiny.
oh yeah. Right. So Lilius made this. This is like the first one on paper, I think.
I like that.
Which is
It
so-
reminds me of was it a Realm Reborn monk?
oh
Yeah, but like a more subtle like color palette.
yeah, because the Realm Reborn one was yellow.
Yeah, bright,
bright,
honey
bright.
yellow.
Yeah.
Is this
I like the little open side leg things.
Mm.
It's kinda cool.
and
very
the
dancer-esque.
thorns? The thorns around the boots.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
It's a big old flower
Big
set.
old flower girl.
Yeah. Mikazuki Blue made this one I like.
A rogue.
Yeah, this is the Jotaro set, the Delinquent. Oh,
Yeah, this one's cool.
That's cool.
I like the belt details.
I like how the male ones are roguing him, but when you have to do the female side.
Yeah, it's like a tiny. To be fair, so far we've almost only seen females, so it's nice to
Yeah,
see
it's
how it
good to
looks
see
on.
a guy.
Yeah, and a Rogadin no less.
Yeah, that's
Um,
a cool set.
yeah. Like
definitely one of my favorites.
yeah, like the detailing on the gloves too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks cool. I like the like it's got like a corset.
Yeah,
Which is a bold choice for a man.
it's dyeable.
Yeah, and it is dyeable.
He has to stay trim. You know?
That's true. That's true.
Suck the next gut.
He's
Yeah.
holding it in.
The hat is kind of cool too. It's like an oversized like captain's hat.
Mm.
Yeah,
I like it.
Like a Japanese delinquent. type
Yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah.
A bancho.
Yeah. That's probably one of my favorites. So far, anyways. Although everything we've seen so far is good. Well, who's this?
Ooh.
Mince. High
That's a very
Allegan
good one.
retinue. Oh, Allegan. I'm already. Okay.
Big sexy for both genders. Too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Yes.
Very good.
This is very good. And purple.
Loving that see-through material.
Yeah. And we don't really have a lot of the elegant purple gear, which
That's
is
true.
that's what this is. So that's cool. Yeah, I like it. Plus points for being elegant themed.
Yeah.
So that's Min's Miroro. Oh, this one's cool too. This is very
The pilot.
yeah.
Dude,
like
this
that.
looks just like the boss's outfit from Metal Gear Solid. When she has like the she pulls down the thing.
Yeah,
And especially with the female design at least.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
I like this one. This one's cool.
I don't know about the visor.
Like
No,
the belts.
Lots of belts, yeah.
Lovely belts. Yeah, cool. Plus points for being belty. MRKG, Mr. KG. This one's cool too. This one reminds me of
Golden.
Oh, it reminds me of like one of my favorite like aiming sets in the game that has that shoulder thing over. It's a low level. It's just a fucking tunic but it's got this like leather strap that's strapped around.
Is it the custom tunic? It's called.
Yeah,
right?
it's custom and it's in different variations, like the trapper's tunic, I think it's called too. Yeah.
Oh,
It's like a developed version of that, or a Hingen version of it, maybe even. I like it. It's very like Hunter-esque. It's cool. Although we are still on melee, there's a lot of entries. Here's Ono.
There was like 90 something.
Yeah, here's Ono with a Moogle themed one. We don't have Moogle gear, so why not?
The Moogle buttons.
I hope they
Doesn't
can,
count.
If they ever did this one.
Okay.
The little design on the thing correct.
Uh-huh.
You know how they do it with Hien? It's not so great, so
That's true.
That right.
Yeah. It's got like a big belt across and belts on the There's a lot of belts in this one. I love
Belts
it.
around the neck.
Oh.
And
even around the wrist.
oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy. That's even on the back. Oh my god. Okay, we might have to like scroll through because this is gonna take a while, isn't it? Is there any?
Just pick out some ones you like that
Okay.
stand out.
There's so many though. Like this one, I looked at.
This guy submitted one last time. I'm pretty sure. I recognize his art style.
Oh right. Oh okay.
I feel like I did.
This looks like. It reminds
Looks
me.
like Allen.
Yeah, it does
So-
look elegant. I love that it's got like a sloppy wing. See that on the back? It's got like a wing. The right wing is up, and the left one's just like a absurd dead long wing.
What happened to that wing?
It's mutated. Yeah, I think that's cool. It's a nice little design. Look at this.
Oh,
That's crazy. Just-
I would love that for Crafter actually. Or
Yeah.
something like that, or-
oh yeah, that would be cool.
It's got everything. It's got a Namazu, a Spriggan.
Yeah. Oh god, I thought at first it was like a Namasu tie.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. This is cool, but it's very impractical. Like for a melee DPS to carry around that big like backpack with full of crystals and a Spriggan.
Yeah, I couldn't see this one as a melee.
No.
Set.
It would be very cool for like a gatherer though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
very
like the
nice.
hat a lot.
Yeah.
Especially it looks like little antlers coming out.
Yeah. If
It's
you
very
even
cool.
put a little sword in there, is that because it's? Oh yeah, it's supposed to be part of the design on the back. You
Yeah.
can see it outlined.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's cool.
cool. Yeah.
It's like Spanish.
Very snazzy.
Yeah. Cossack armor. It's
Oh, actually,
yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I was thinking like it does look like Cossack like, but I didn't want to.
Yeah. It's really cool. Right. We should probably get to the here's ranged. Okay, let's get to
Okay.
ranged. Let's look at the first ones here. Whoa.
There's a lot
There's
going on
lot
here.
happening. I guess we're supposed to focus on the left side for like the whole outfit, and then all the details are on the right.
Yeah, it's a cool vampire. Like
Yeah, very
that.
vampire-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steampunk vampire.
Yeah. Again, a nice like wide belt. I'm the belt expert today.
You can have a belt on right
the
now.
big belt
I don't
is
have a
attached
belt on,
via
actually.
2 smaller belts, which is good.
Yeah. That's cool.
Wow.
The
that
shooting
looks...
ritual of the sun.
This
That
reminds
is
me of
ornate.
Guild Wars.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Reminds me of Guild Wars, like monk outfit, I guess it was.
This reminds
Yeah.
me of the second
Dave.
boss from the Ruby Sea, or the Ruby Tithe, whatever it's
Also,
called.
yeah.
Oh,
dungeon.
yeah.
The sushi of the Ruby Tide.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. I
She's
really like
sweet.
this one.
Yeah, I like that they have like a bow and a gun. They've made that for it. That's cool. Oh, look at
Big
this
boy.
ceremonial
big boy.
hunter's garb.
Look how many muscles he has.
This is for ranged?
This is for ranged.
Might have been for melee.
I mean,
maybe.
why
like a
can't
warrior outfit.
why can't a bard look buff and hot?
Yeah, well, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's this. I'm for this. This is nice. It's
Could be
a
a
cool
nice back
outfit.
tattoo.
One who's ever so slightly turning into a demon.
Yeah, because the lighting. I was
Yeah,
looking
you
at the
are.
lighting from the
Whoa.
It's like,
I haven't looked at you until now. It's like wow.
Let me turn
Beelzebub,
my light.
away from me.
Oh wait, you know what? I'll turn to Beelzebub right now.
Okay. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
Hello,
we have
demons.
have to
Okay,
end
I'm
the
gonna turn my
stream.
light.
Okay. While Rollo does that, let's look at this one.
That's
Ooh,
very classy.
that is classy. That's something I could have
the
like.
white, dark pink, and purple. That's really nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
White mage gear.
Looks like white mage gear. Yeah.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah. You get like a leaf and antlers as the head. That's a very simple. I like the simple headpieces because the hats in this game tend to be a bit too much sometimes.
Yeah.
And I like the simpler stuff.
Clipping.
Yeah. Here's a vigilante gear of. I haven't read the
Ooh,
name of
that's
the
like
people.
A butterfly. That's cool.
Oh my god, you're right. That's cool.
It looks like reminds me of the Morpho butterfly.
Yeah. Wow.
That would be
That's-
cool to see them actually render.
Yeah, that's nice.
The mask is nice too.
That's by Gamu. There's okay. We can look at this. There's just so much. It's in
There's-
French too.
Oh,
I like the design though. Okay, I'll move on. Halu, steampunk.
Wow,
I like
I like-
steampunk.
Look at that design on it. That's amazing.
If
Yeah.
this guy, that text should be fucking ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
For
They're
this.
not going to do this one justice.
No.
Yeah. That's,
Oh no,
Oh.
Ruby.
That's the sad truth. Lots of belts, but not around the waist. So that's
Not in the right places.
Nah, it'll be a no from me. No, I'm just kidding.
It'll be a no from me, dog.
But look at this. Look at this. This is
That's
insanity. This is some Alice in Wonderland shit. I like it though.
It's a bit busy.
It's very busy. I think we'd have to take just a
One,
few
two,
things off.
three. There's a lot of belts.
A lot of belts. That's why I like it. It's also got one of those like cross belts. I can't remember what they're called, but they're basically connected to the mid belt. That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
That's you know what that's
That's
for?
a
You
technical
know what
term.
that's for? You know what that's for?
Keep your pants up.
No, it's actually to keep your sword. So if you don't have the cross belt, the sword might like turn around. If you have that belt across, it'll keep the belt sturdy.
Well, this is for range. So that's useless for them.
Yeah, that's true. There's no point. Humi what?
Wow, that's an amazing drawing.
Humho. This is cool. The art style is cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
The little hood with the wolf ears or whatever.
Ooh, boy, that's
going to get a lot of waves made in this community.
yeah, and I wouldn't mind it. This would be cool.
Look at, yeah, I know what you're focusing on.
There's a lot of belts.
It's a lot of belts.
Man,
Even on, like, boots, there are belts.
Hey,
Yeah.
some of it is exposed midrib though, midriff.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's a little bit, but this is more classy. It's like it's not just
Yeah.
out there. It's just like it's there.
He's been
You can-
attacked by a griffin.
Yeah. I
This
just
would be
got
the
attacked.
worst
Yeah.
with clipping, by the way. This would be the
Oh, yeah,
worst
you're
with like
right.
hair.
If
So,
only we
if-
had the capes, that cape would work. So like all the cape designs would work so well if we actually had old cape system, which is still in the engine, by the way. So I mean, one day they can turn it on.
Switch.
Elorian.
Wow.
Oh wait, what does this remind me of? It reminds me of the Midas gear almost, but it's in a weird. Yeah. It's like an ornate.
It's like Midas meets Thavnail?
Yes. That's.
Don't like the
really
sandals. Nice. Not digging those.
They could work.
Yeah.
I like the lady leg piece.
Lady leg.
Oh.
The sash sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this comes with the tattoo as well. A lot of these designs have tattoos.
Yeah, I forgot.
They look really good in the game.
Yeah. Inkmad made this, which is, I'd almost say it would probably fit more on a Rogadin, like as it is here. It would probably look well if you look at the lower right, it looks pretty alright.
I like that he's superimposed the design on an actual in-game.
Oh yeah.
So you can see exactly how it works.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
cool.
it's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
The visor's nice.
El Cobra.
Yeah, there's a lot. This one's a little bit all over.
That's quite fun.
I don't know what I'm looking at. Okay, so the final design is in the middle. It reminds me of the Hobbit. It's like a Hobbit.
Yeah.
It's Hobbit gear.
I think I'm scared because the face is grey. I thought it was like
It looks a bit sickly.
But yeah, if the visor thing was a hood, that's cool.
Yeah. This is from Jaw. That's some edgy.
It's very edgy.
It reminds me of the. I mean, it's got a tattoo that looks really good. It's got a. It reminds me of the jacket from the 13 crossover. Snow's jacket.
Snow's jacket.
Yeah.
This is definitely something that somebody who plays a cat boy would wear.
Absolutely. Not to say that it's bad. It's really cool. I like it.
Not bad.
I also like that it's got like an eye patch thing that's got like anything else. It's just a plain eye patch, because the one you got from the Scion thing has that annoying like thing that comes out. It's weird. This is just clean. I don't know. I like it. Okay. This is from Care. This looks like Metal Gear Solid again almost.
Yeah, that's cool.
It reminds me a lot of the Resistance Alamegan gear.
Oh yeah.
So I like the shoulder piece too, like little kind of cover thing. It's nice.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought this was a half a melon at first. You can see the shape that I'm talking about, but here we go. I don't know about the hat. I don't know about it, but
it's like a Korean thing, right?
Yeah, probably.
It's something. The boots, the shoes are very high.
Oh my god, I'd be terrified to walk on those.
Those are not heels, by the way. That's like in the middle.
Yeah.
Also, can we just take a moment and appreciate the pictures in the top right where they've just put a rifle in her over her hand? It's just the same model. Yeah.
The body and legs and stuff's cool.
It feels like the hat should be a bit more forward.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
Is that just me? I mean, I've never seen those things in real life. I don't know how to wear them, so.
Yeah, well, you're right.
Why would the hat cover so much behind you?
Because if it's raining, you don't want the back of your head.
Oh, it actually tells you that it's strapped to your head. There's a strap on the left.
There's a strap, but it's like, why is this strap so far forward? Like,
that is just one of life's biggest mysteries. It's just
we'll never know.
No, we won't.
Hey, Lastel, at me. Tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me your secrets.
Here's Kugiishi with some classy ass shit. This is cool.
Oh,
cool. Very
cool. I like this.
Yeah.
Again, what's the back though? The back.
Yeah, need to expose some back, of course.
Gotta have a bit of back.
I like the male gear with the hat. That's an okay hat. But see, whenever there's textures on a hat, I'm worried, because we got the Amon's hat from Circus Tower, and if you look at the textures on that, you'd cry for weeks, because that is not a good texture, and I think this hat would suffer from the same. But great look on both genders.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm a big fan of the little dress and the ladies.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
thunder outside.
Oh my
That was
god.
nice.
What
I
if
like thunder.
just power cuts out?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, there's this one.
Oh,
You can
I love
cosplay
that
as
hat.
Toad.
I want that hat.
Yeah.
I like all of it except like the fact that the neck's like a mushroom stem scary.
Yeah.
Like it
Oh, yeah.
it looks scary.
Yeah, it does.
But that's super cute. I
yeah,
like
it is
that.
cute.
I'd
Yeah.
love to be a
Oh
mushroom.
my god, a Rogadin with that? Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh,
Yes.
our big baby mushroom boy.
Just a shirtless Rogadin with only that hat coming towards you at night. Ooh.
Oh.
Yes. Right, I need to move forward here. Here's
Ooh,
ooh.
That's
cool.
very nice. I really like this one.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Love the little fur coming out on,
Yeah.
on the legs and the neck too.
Nice belt work.
Nice belt work.
Right. So we are running out of time, so we're actually gonna have to speed through these.
Hey, another helmet one. Yeah.
What? What?
The one with that weird helmet on the
beekeeper
bottom.
helmet.
On the Oh yeah. Nice.
It's
Good
so
for
silly. I love it.
visibility.
Yeah. That's cool. I also noticed this has like these kinds of steampunk look again.
Ooh.
They've been steampunk is. Look at that glove. That's cool.
We could do with
It looks
more
like a robotic
corsets.
hand.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Okay. This is going to be difficult for them to like figure out which ones. This looks like a police uniform almost.
That now, yeah, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The goggles. I
Oh
like
my
that.
god. Yeah, that's cool.
There's so many designs I actually want in the game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard just picking two.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. That's cute.
Oh, that's nice.
Aw, man.
I like the
That'd be a
art.
very nice gatherer. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope they keep. I mean, they probably do, right? They keep them. Maybe
Well-
they'll use them as inspiration later, like they did with the closet thing.
Oh,
oh
fuck.
my
Oh, that was
shit.
a
sorry.
nice one.
it's thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with the hair. Like, I'm
Man,
adding the whole
All
hair
of these
styles.
are absolutely fantastic designs.
Yeah.
That
they
also
are.
reminds me of Guild Wars, like
Yeah.
an assassin.
Like the bow is just made of like twigs.
Yeah.
I like the under boob and side boob just popping out
I like
on
that
both
too.
genders too.
Rollo, some
You
decency,
deserve
please.
your gaily caps.
Yeah,
for the
you
wins.
deserve them. Yeah, those are some really good entries. Remember we don't know when they announced them, do we?
No idea.
The final judging process will be conducted on the finalist entries, and the winning entries are scheduled to be announced in late September 2018 or beyond. So if it's too difficult for them, it may take longer.
Yeah.
On that note, we should have read Mogmail, but we don't have time. Maybe we'll read it in the post-show.
Sorry.
Thank you guys for watching Speakers of Heidland, episode 105. Remember to follow us on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, exclamation.
Man, on my level.
Oh shit, you're right.
Oh yeah.
Almost
Thanks.
forgot.
Thanks,
Flash
guys.
64. We missed that.
The worst thing is that it's like
Dash.
literally written
In the show notes.
in red at the bottom of the show notes. So
But it is after the mock now.
that's true. That's true. Okay, there's not a lot of. We have to put the rest of the notes in here now or I have to, because we are actually about to run out of notes. So the Stormblood dungeons and
Ruby does not like thunder.
I'm gonna close the door really quick.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, I,
Ruby,
no,
I love you,
comfort her.
please.
Comfort her. And
I'll
don't just
comfort
shut
her in a sec. Hold on. Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's
the
such
thunder.
nice thunder. Oh, I love it.
we
What
might
is
still
going
get
on?
Sestasha hard. I'm gonna say Cutter's Cry.
I'm gonna say Saint Mercy and
As far as the wall. The
We are
wall.
getting. Oh, we're going to the Airy.
Oh, that's a nice dungeon.
Sure.
Get seen Nidhogg.
Yeah,
Oh, Ruby.
haven't been there in a while.
I'm sorry.
Is Saint okay? So there's very few notes left.
We can go full circle, and you can pick up Ruby and go. This is the one that gives me my allergies. And
No,
then
no, we're not going there.
just-
We're not recreating our orange caramel moment. Okay, guys, thank you for watching this episode of Speak. Oh wait, we have to spin the wheel. What is happening to us now? Okay, spinning the wheel now. Let's go. Spin the wheel. Here we go.
I don't want to do any wheel.
Well, you don't have a
This
choice.
thunder is so loud. I wish you could hear it because I muted myself for a bit. Oh yeah, this wheel. Hold on.
What the fuck?
No right side.
So, okay. Well, I mean, we already did it, but it's fine. I guess we'll just keep that. Right. So, with that done, thank you for watching this episode of Speakers of Idle, and remember to follow us on Twitter at SpeakersXIV.
Oh my God.
Holy moly, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV. I mean, you're watching it now, but if you're watching it live, you're already here. But if you're watching it on demand, twitch.tv/SpeakersOfHighland to watch us live. And exclamation Discord in chat if you're watching live. And if you're watching it on demand, links in the description. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the post-show. Among the topics is Final Fantasy XV, A New Empire, selling more than all of Square Enix's MMOs combined.
And send Mogmail.
SpeakersXIV.com/Mogmail. Bye, everyone.
Bye.